What is going on, guys? My name is Slickmoth and I am back again with the video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Batman Telltale Games series, which is I'm just so incredibly excited for. If you saw my initial reaction, I'm probably looking like a big nerd just freaking out about it, but this is something that's probably going to be my most anticipated game of all time. You guys don't understand how big of a Telltale Games fan that I am, and they're going to be doing Batman, which is my favorite IP or, you know, franchise, whatever you like to think about it in terms of a video game, and mixing that with my favorite game developer, which is Telltale Games, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to what they can do with this. And in this video, I'd like to explain to you what Telltale Games is, what we can expect from them, and then also some of my expectations and hopes regarding the game itself. So in my previous video, when I was getting questions like, what's the combat going to be like in this new Batman game? Will we be able to get the Batcave in this game? And questions like that. This is not an Arkham game. It's not to be confused with an Arkham game. This is going to be a story-driven point-and-click experience. 80 to 90% of the game is point-and-click and dialogue focused. So, you know, different dialogue options. You decide which dialogue point you want to choose, and that affects the outcome of the game. So your outcome of the game is different from mine. That's kind of the Telltale crux. That's the crux of their ideology. And I highly recommend that you play the Telltale Games The Walking Dead series, which is my favorite of them all. But, of course, all of them are excellent. But for those of you less interested in the story and more so interested in fun combat, then we will be getting a Batman Telltale Games not Telltale Games, we'll just be getting a Batman game from Warner Bros. Montreal, presumably an Arkham game. So you have this Warner Bros. Montreal game that's being made about Batman. That's, you know, typical Arkham combat that we're used to from Arkham Knight. I'm sure it will be evolved from, you know, of course, they improve it every year. And then we will also have this Batman Telltale Games, which we really have no idea what we can expect from it. It's going to be completely unique of any other experience we've ever had within Batman. And as I've said before, this is such a great year to be a Batman fan. 2016, we're going to get so much great stuff, and there's going to be so much for me to talk about on this channel, which at first I was kind of fearful that was not going to be the case. So hope that you guys can kind of get a better grasp of what this is. This is going to be a story-based game. Is there, you know, action and is there combat in the game? Like, yes, but it's it's point and click, you know what I mean? So it's not like, you know, on a controller, there's no like press X to punch and Y to counter. It's not like that. There is a combat system. I'm sure we will fight at some points. Maybe we'll even drive in the Batmobile. Like, those gameplay mechanics exist, but they're limited and they're unique. More so, it's focused on the story and what decisions you make and what kind of Batman you want to be. I mean, if you thought you could be the Batman in Arkham Knight, you know, that was their whole promo, be the Batman. I mean, this is like taken to an extreme, literally. I mean, my mind just gets boggled thinking about the possibilities they can do with this game. What I would love to see for an opening scene, and I'll save a lot of my other expectations and hopes for another video, but for right now, one thing that I would really love to see is Bruce Wayne as an 8-year-old in Crime Alley. We get to experience that through Bruce Wayne's perspective and through Bruce Wayne's lens, and we get to choose what we say to Joe Chill. You know, generally you have 4 different chat options, and in that instance, your outcome may not be different because I'm sure that they want, you know, Martha and Thomas dead, you know, no matter what. And sometimes there is that. Sometimes there is choices where no matter what you choose, your outcome and mine is identical. And that's certainly, you know, something that happens sometimes. Other times, your outcome is completely different from mine just based off of what you said instead of what I said. Which is really the beauty of the game, is that you don't actually know if you're, you know, if every single choice that you made was important, then it would kind of lose its flair, you know what I mean? Like, you make a choice and you're like, was that important? Will that come back to haunt me, or will it not? You know what I mean? So that's kind of the beauty of it, is not knowing if that decision is going to come back to haunt you or not. But yeah, like, as 8-year-old Bruce Wayne, you could have, like, one of the options is to rush Joe Chill and try to get the gun from him. You know, another option is to say, like, no, don't do it, blah, blah, blah. Like, all different things like that. That is incredible to think about. That's just, you know, the microcosm. That's just the start of what they could do with a game like this. This could empower you to be the Batman. And another thing that I would love to see is in the first episode, and of course, you know, I'm sure by the end of the first episode, we are going to be Batman, right? But, of course, you know, the early parts, I assume, are going to be very Bruce Wayne-centric, and we're not going to get, you know, behind the cape and cowl, you know, right away. I'm sure that they're going to build up to that point because we have to know what this Bruce Wayne is like. Of course, this is not an Arkham game. I know a lot of people, I think I cleared that up, but, you know, people in my last video, is this an Arkham sequel? No, it is absolutely not. It's completely separate from the Arkham sequel. And another thing that I would love to see, just a broad general idea, is being able to kill or not to kill. And those of you that watch my, you know, most recent video about Batman v Superman know that I'm not adamant about not killing as Bruce Wayne, but I want them to put you in the same position that, for example, Zack Snyder put Superman, it's either, you kill or there's the possibility of some civilians, innocent people dying. So which is more important, your moral code or protecting the city and, everything that you love, blah, blah, blah. That's a really interesting dynamic and really allowing you to be the Batman, because we are handed Batman in the Arkham games and in every other experience that we've had with Batman. We are handed Batman and we are said, play as this character that we've molded for you. In this game series, we could have the opportunity to change what we think Batman is, and we don't have to fit into the mold of what Batman always is. For example, Batman, he's always crude, brooding, harsh, doesn't kill. Those are all things that typically we know to be Batman. You could interpret based off what you say to villains and the different chat options. You could be a more lighthearted Batman. Of course, you're not going to be like, the Tooth Fairy or anything like that, but you know what I mean. You could not be as dark, as gritty, based off what you say to other villains and characters. That can determine what kind of Batman you are, and purely, of course, the biggest moral code of Batman, not to kill. I hope that they empower you to actually make that change. People in my previous video were saying, I don't mind if Batman kills, I don't mind if Batman uses guns, at which point that person that says that can kill, and me on the other hand, I cannot, and we can compare our endings to the game. There's just so much possibility here, and that's what I'm really excited about, and I hope that you guys have a better understanding of what we can expect. This is in addition to the Arkham games. This is such a phenomenal time to be a Batman fan, and that's what I really wanted to stress in this video, is that, no one get mad that we're getting one over the other, or, of course you can discuss in the comments which one you're looking forward to more than another, but this is excellent. No matter if you're a hardcore Arkham fan or maybe you like the story stuff more, but it doesn't matter. Like, this is going to be amazing for Batman in 2016. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comment section below. Be sure to keep it locked here for Telltale Games Batman news. I'm going to be covering the crap out of this game. If you want to know anything about Batman Telltale, this is on a serious note. If you want to know like the news as it drops, that kind of thing, this is going to be your place. I'm going to, whenever news drops, it'll be up within 24 hours. I'm going to be making a lot of videos about this, speculating, that kind of thing. So, long story short, if you're interested in Batman by Telltale Games, keep it locked to youtube.com/SlickMoth. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thanks so much to the Slick Mafia out there. All the support in the recent videos really inspires me to make as many videos as I have been. Hopefully I haven't been spamming your inbox too much, but I've really been enjoying making videos recently, guys, and it's all thanks to your support. Thanks so much. My name's Slick Mafia, and we will see you in the next video.
Responsibility from us.